Flosstube, it's Lori McCleary. Welcome to the second day of Vlogmas. Hi Flosstubies, it's Lori. Welcome back to day 2. Today we have kind of a mixed bag. I had set aside a bag of what I thought were just kits, but it looks like I have a couple whips in there as well, so I will share those and we'll take a look at some more Christmas stitching. Today I spent most of the day in Bend. It was kind of a long day. It's about 4:30 p.m. here in Central Oregon, and I did the grocery shopping thing. Picked up, I had to go search for some wood screws because I purchased a old dresser off of Facebook Marketplace, and it has a mirror on it, but the mirror did not come with any screws. It came separately. So I had to kind of figure out, you know, the length and the style and all of that, and I bought a couple of different sets. I had to go searching for that, so hopefully I can get that put on, and later in our Vlogmas I will share some of my finds that I picked up in the last couple months. So, but let's go ahead and get started. So I remembered the spectacles today, so I won't be flying blind here. The first one, and I apologize in advance, there is going to be zipping and unzipping and hopefully not too much crackling, but just giving you some warning. The first one I have that I'm pulling out is Christmas Prairie Schoolers that I have kitted up. Now this one I have kitted up. I have all the floss, and I have several charts in here where I have made working copies. The one I had started was book 150, and that is December. And I started it, but I am not happy with it. So hence I'm going to be changing over to a different linen, and this is 2/2. I think this is a 20 something count. It's pretty, but it's just not what I was looking for. So that may I may pick that out, or I may put that up for adoption. But I have my floss ring for this and several others that are in my list. So as I said, December is there. Also in this bag, I have Winter Wind. I really like this one. And I have Christmas Village. And I was watching Unfinished Stitches this morning, and one of the gals, I think the daughter had started this. And do I have any others in here? I do. Christmas Tree Farm. So I'm going to restart one of these. Either I'm going to restart the one I already started, which was December, on the fog when I get that. So I have 2 stitches already slated to put on the fog. But so sort of a whip, sort of a kit, a little bit of everything, and just in that first bag. I see Fiona is up here, trying hard to ignore Tilly. Tilly is down here. Oops, sorry if the screen is moving. It's because she's playing with the stand there. Okay, so like I said, this is going to be a mixed bag. I thought it was just kits, but it's a little bit of everything. This is also one this is a whip. And it is Joyous Noel by Artful Offerings. This is so pretty. I plan on making the pillow out of this, and that's my teeny tiny little start. And the colors are so pretty. So one of the colors in this one is Otter Creek, which is kind of it looks more green here in this light, but it's really kind of a green blue. But when you stitch it, it looks totally green. So that is another whip. I don't know that I will be working on this one this year, but we'll see. You never know. So that was another whip. Let's see. Oh, here's another one. This one, I keep toying with the idea of stitching it on a smaller count, just stopping where I'm at, but I do have quite a bit done, and it is, I don't remember what I'm stitching this on. It looks like a lakeside. It could be a hand dye. Oh, sorry, I should tell you what it is. It's Heartstring Samplery Hibernation Day. So again, stuck in the 2/2. That's not my favorite, but I would like this size, but I just have not been able to make a decision. So there it sits. No more stitching on it, and not anything else done, but I need to at some point make a decision what I'm going to do, if I'm going to restart it or if I'm going to finish that one that I have. Okay, what else do I have here? I've got all sorts of stuff. This is also a whip that I haven't stitched on in quite a while, and it is called the North Wind. Sorry for the noise, the kittens are going at it. This is the North Wind, and I'm doing this on a 28 count pearl, I believe, 2/2 again, by Little House Needleworks. And this is where I'm at, and I haven't stitched on this in a long time. I may have to gift it, give it up, make a decision. I don't know, but for right now, it's just going to sit in the really old whip basket, and just wait for me, I guess. This one, I'm surprised I didn't have this out in yesterday's whip parade. It is one I really like, and I would like to get it done. I bought this as a kit at one of the Farm Girl retreats, and it is Candy Cane Lane, and it's Brenda Gervais with a needle and thread. And the linen that it came for, I think it's a 36 or a 40. It's a 40 count, and it's natural silver, so it has a little bit of sparkle. And the lighting in here, because it's getting dark, I hope the lighting's not too bad. But I hope you can see that. I may need to pause and move my recording light a little bit closer. We'll see. Oops, sorry about that. Hold on, let me deal with the kitten. Hey, Tilly, come here. Come on. Go play the ball. Good girl. This is, let's see, what do we have here next? This is just a kit, and it's actually sort of cross stitch, sort of crafting, and it's an old Brenda Gervais, and it is Winter Wonderland. Let me show it here. And it's these two snowmen with with the stitching on the front, and then it also has this stitch right here. And I have it kitted up with the called for 22 count Ariosa white. I had to special order that. I don't have the linens, or excuse me, the threads pulled, but I do have the linen. And this is so cute. I cannot wait to stitch that. Just not enough time in the day, in the week, in the year. Okay, so now we're getting into some of the kits and things that I had. Either I bought as a kit, received as a kit, or kitted up myself. This one I picked up at Country Sampler right after whatever retreat it was that that this came out, because they had a few extras available, and Lisa and I just happened to be there. So this is Peace on Earth by my friend Kimberly Nugent, and it is such a gorgeous sampler, and it's all kitted up, ready to go. Just need to open it up and get going. Here is a kit by Pineberry Lane. This is when I belonged to the Dying to Stitch Club, I believe. And this is Joyous Noel. And there's the kit. Isn't that pretty? I think Lisa, my friend Lisa Kendall Stritcher, I think she's finished this one, if I recall correctly. This is another kit that was from the Schoolgirl Sampler from Country Sampler. I don't remember, 3, 4, 5 years ago. I just saw this finished. I don't remember who was showing it, but it was gorgeous. And it is the red and green carnation sampler. Now, it's not specifically Christmas, but because it's right, oh no, guess it is. It does say Merry Christmas down here, so I was wrong. It's just beautiful, just a beautiful sampler. And I love the carnations in the border. So that is all kitted up and ready to go. And I don't even have all of my kits out here. I know I have another basket that I'd have to go through, but I wasn't going to pull it all out. So we'll save those for another day. This is Blackbird Designs, and I've kitted this up, and it is the Deck the Halls book. And it has, sorry if it keeps getting bumped, the kitten is right here at my feet. It has all of the different strawberries in this book, and I have collected probably over a year or so all of the different linens that it takes, because it uses a different linen for every strawberry. And I have the original called for lace that goes on the top of those as they were finished in the book. So I have those. I don't have the threads for it, but I have plenty of other Blackbird design. I'm sure I have most, if not all of them, in my stash. So that has been kitted up for quite a while in this very fancy project bag here. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is another one I really, really want to start. And I'm trying to get a few things done so that I feel better about starting more new things, because you saw yesterday what my whips looked like just for Christmas. This was a retreat piece when it was still called Midwest Cross Stitch Retreat. This was for 2020. 2020 was a crazy year, of course. I think only a few people were able to make it to the retreat. I wasn't. I was actually going through cancer treatment at the time, but they sent me all of my stuff, and this is from Treats of the Net. And it is called 3 Penny Rug Projects. And I just love that house. I love everything about this stitch. And again, all kitted up, ready to go. And excuse me, I'm going to have to deal with the baby here. Here. Can you say hi? No bite. No bite. Just kisses. Just kisses. Yeah, just kisses. Yeah. No bite. Good girl. All right, you go off and play. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh, here's some more kits. This again was probably from Dying to Stitch Club, and it's Ho 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 by Brenda Gervais. And the pillow says Merry and Bright and has Santa. And all kitted up. And this was also Dying to Stitch because it has my my credit card slip on the back, and it's Merry and Bright by Scarlet House. And all kitted up. I think the threads are in there too. They're just stuck behind everything. This was also originally, this is a Blackbird design. It was originally a Dying to Stitch kit, which is how I received it, and it's all here. This is one I've really wanted to start for a long time. Maybe I'll start that one Christmas Day. We'll see. Let's see. Oh, another one I really want to start. You're going to hear that a lot. This is a Stacy Nash. This was part of a Country Sampler club, and I have all of the drums, and this is the Wonderful Life drum. That's another one I just like to get started on. So as Christy from Crosshatch Quilt says, you can't finish if you don't get started. Maybe I'll just start them all. We'll see. This is a Dying to Stitch. Most of all of these, if not all of them, have been released because these are older kits. This is Home for Christmas from Plum Street. I saw someone had finished this recently as well. I love these stars with the dark stitching. It really, it looks like it's hickory sticks. That dark stitching really sets off the pillow. That even has the trim to put around the pillow to finish it. Another dying to stitch. This is Plum Street Mount Vernon Christmas. And try not to get too much glare there. That is so pretty. And got the kit there. And another one, Scarlet House Bringing Home the Tree. That one is really pretty too. These are not terribly big. I don't recall if these are in 36 or 40. They're probably a combination of, and look, it has even the buffalo plaid and everything, and Jingle Bell to finish that. Okay, let's see. I have some in here that I have kitted up. And I think I kitted these up last year to start and then just didn't get to them. Yes. So this one is another Lori Rippey, similar to the whip I showed you yesterday, and it's called Hospitality and Good Cheer. And so I have pulled all of the floss, and I just have my working copies in little sleeves so that I can just grab my linen and go. So that one is about the same size and a companion piece to the one that I showed you yesterday. This one, I don't have the chart cover, so I really can't show that. This one is Stacy Nash, Mary Pinkeep, and I have all of my floss. Look at that floss. Isn't that just gorgeous? So Mary Pinkeep, and I love that one. I'm probably going to do this on a 36. What does it call for? It calls for a 36. Might do it on a 36 or a 40 because her pen keeps are, you know, huge. This is a Not Forgotten Farm, and it's not intended to be a Christmas, but I'm making it a Christmas because I've changed the colors. And it's called Mary Snow. And so instead of that orangey color, I have pulled, well, I plan on pulling a red. I don't have it pulled yet, but that is my intention, to make that more Christmas and less just a standard stitch. This one, oh my gosh. So my friend Anne has stitched this, and she stitched hers and she changed the house to a red house versus the brown house. And I'm talking about the Scarlet House Christmas Tide at Holly House. And so her house is red, and I think she has a brown door. So I have pulled all of the colors. She showed me what changes that she made. And I'm going to do the house in red, and I'm going to do it in Cherry Cobbler. And her finish is so pretty. That is another one I really want to get started on. You know, I'd have more than one start a day, even if I started everything and, you know, one a day. I would totally blow through December and definitely into January with all of the starts that I wanted to start. This one I don't have anything pulled, so I'll set that aside. What do I have over here? Oh, this is another whip. And I did want to pull this out and share this with everyone. Lisa Kendra Stitcher, her sister Carrie, has finished a stitch by this designer. Her name is Sarah Giramani, I believe. I probably mispronounced that. But I have two of her charts. They're both Christmas, and they're about the same size. And one is called Christmas Village. And the other one, I think the one that I started, is called Waiting for Christmas. So let me show you those. And these are digital downloads that you can download from her site. So I will hold that up there so you can see. But look at those stitches, and they're just adorable. But they're no joke. That's a lot of stitching. So this one's Christmas Village. And then the one I've started stitching is called Waiting for Christmas. And I'm doing these, I think it's a 36 count vintage country mocha. I bought like a yard of it because they're big pieces. So I started right in the middle here, so you can see just that little piece. And this is how big it is, but they're very detailed. there's just a ton of detail packed into very few stitches. And I think I'm going to get this out and put it in with my whips to work on this year, and maybe just make a goal of getting 1 or 2 more houses and call it a motif, and see if I can get a little bit further on this stitch, because I really like them. They are so cute and whimsical. I need a little cute whimsy in my life right now. And here is there's a lot of flosses, a lot of colors actually, but they're all DMC and they're just beautiful. So that one I'm going to set aside. And then a few more things. So I am participating in the Jingle Ball. So I don't have it in front of me, but I'm doing Annie B's pairs. I know I have them printed out, but I'm not sure where they're at. But I'm also doing the Gingerbread Man sewing book, and I did purchase the kit for that. So this is, you got 2 pieces of linen. So one linen is, and wool. One linen is for the backing, and it's not a stitching linen. It's just a basic linen. And then there's this linen to stitch on, and then a piece of wool, part of the kit. And then I've got the threads. I know it's coming up at the end of this week, but it doesn't look like a very big stitch. So, but I do need to get started on that. Fortunately, all of the classes are available for 30 days, so I'm not terribly concerned. The other one that I'm participating in is Ginger. I was thinking it was Hazel, but it's Ginger. And I do have, I think I picked out Weeks Dye Works Red Pear to put Ginger on. And then I pulled all of the flosses for that. And I know she won't be ready by the time we have classes. But again, that's okay. I just want to see Stacy's process for finishing. And that's what's important. I do have my big bag here of Prairie Schooler Santas. I show these every year. This bag is really heavy because I have it completely full of all of the Prairie Schoolers that I have completed, and all of the linen. Like I think it's half a yard or a yard of the linen, and I use 30 count portobello is what I have been using. And I'll just go through real quick and show you what I do. So just to save my old tired eyes, I'm just going to flash this on the screen. But I take the cards and I blow them up. I don't remember how much. It's either 40%. I think it's 40%. But if you take it in and have them done at a copy place, they'll tell you. But basically, I have them blown up so they fit exactly on an 8.5 by 11. So they're this size. And they're just so much easier for me to read and to mark off and that sort of thing. So I have all of my Prairie Schoolers. Well, I had all of my Prairie Schoolers at the time. I have collected several more. In fact, I think I'm missing only 4 or 5 years of all of the years. But here's the ones I finished. This is 2006 and 2021. And I changed the colors around on this one. I used the same colors, but I moved them to different places. 1988 and 1989. I haven't worked on these in a long time. I really do need to get back to them. This one is 86. And this one, I think I started and realized that it's on a wrong count. So it's kind of stuck here in limbo. But that one is 2008. And I think this is a restart on the appropriate size. And then the rest I have here are blanks. So I have a very specific idea of how I'm going to finish these. And I think I really should just start finishing the ones that I have done. so that I can enjoy them so they're not just stuck in the bag here. And I do use all of the called for colors except for my green and my red. I use a Cosmo floss for those. And I'll have to go back and look. I don't think I have them written down here unless I have it in the bag. I do not. So here's my bag that I have it in. Real pretty. If you're interested in those Cosmo colors, so they're a little bit deeper red, blue, red, and green. More my Christmas colors that I like than the Prairie Schooler colors that are used. I just drop me a comment and let me know, and I will add that information tomorrow, or either down in the description box or something. Okay, so to wrap up today, part of going into town is I met up for like an hour with my stitchy group. We meet on Tuesdays at a community center. It's a fairly new community center. It's a beautiful building. We have a huge room. They bring in as many tables as we need and comfy chairs for tired old ladies. And the room just has an abundance of windows, and it's really well lit. And we have every kind of needle art there. We have quilters and wool applique and knitting and cross stitching, of course. And, you know, some of us bring a little bit of everything, just depending on whatever we're working on. But it is a fantastic group of ladies. I really enjoy them. And I couldn't be more pleased to be part of that smaller community. And then within that, we have even smaller little group of stitchers, and we meet and do other things. We meet and craft, etc. But recently, we were meeting up for a little craft day, and that is when a couple of Teresa Vinette's recent stitches and I think one is from her box last year and one was from a recent retreat. When she dropped those, and we were immediately, we were all around the table. It's like, oh, we need to order these. So whenever we can, we like to order together because we save a lot in shipping, and we do that. So we ordered these. The first one, I'm pretty sure, like I said, this was from Teresa Vinette's Advent box last year, and it's the 5 nickel needles. And I'm so excited. I think that one's definitely going to get started this year, along with all of the other starts that we want to do. And then the other one we cannot wait to get our hands on is the Christmas 9 patch. And we're going to do a stitch along in our smaller group of the Christmas 9 patch. So I'm really excited. I love this. Teresa has such a great style. You know, several of the things that she's come out with in the last 3 or 4 years with the lettering. There was one in Punch Needle Primitive magazine, and then she's released several of them. But I think this is in keeping with that particularly. But I love this reverse red, and I cannot wait to stitch on that. So many good things. And I think that's all we're going to do for today. As I said, it was kind of a long day. And I have an event tomorrow. I'm meeting up with my quilting group, my quilting ladies. They're called the Juniper Berries. And we do a holiday luncheon gift exchange every year. And we do what they call bowlies, but what we would call smalls. And they're some of them are cross stitched. Well, no, I don't think we've ever done any cross stitch. Some of them are embroidered. Some of them are just wool applique. But we've done those in the last couple of years. And so I have one made and ready to go for tomorrow. And then I'll share that with you tomorrow along with whatever comes home with me. So happy stitching, and I'll see you all then. Bye-bye.